over this one for later because it seems like a cute little adventure. You're
Alright.
started. No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
No, me.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, actually, no. I'm gonna keep.
Anyway.
No.
No.
Yeah, fuck you then.
No. I refuse.
Well, I'm doing it anyway. We return to our heroes as they are currently camping out, waiting out the storm on the edge of the forest on the borders of the kingdom of Elerian. You have taken your long rest and are preparing to head out once more now that the storm is letting up after your night's rest. Is there anything you would like to do before you head out?
I don't think so.
I mean,
believe
Rivius would
we are-
probably ask Ami where he came from.
It's a great question.
Great question. Who knows? Honestly, he probably would like to know, but he probably won't have an answer. Lamau.
Sweats.
Other than that, Rivius would probably just do his talking to his moon bullshit.
I was about to
Can I roll
go.
that?
You can still communicate with your goddess even if you can't see the moon. So yeah, you can. During the night, you can roll for your religion. The moon's still in the same place; you just can't see it.
Is that a wisdom saving throw? It's my new.
Not a saving throw, just a with your a d20 with your wisdom.
1d20 plus.
Because saving throws are affected by other things, not just wisdom.
Wisdom
yes, plus your proficiency.
So d20 plus 5, right?
If you have a wisdom of what? Yeah,
wisdom
that's
2,
right.
prof 3.
That is correct. You may. That is correct. D20.
Let's go!
Starting strong.
We're starting strong today.
So, you look up into the cloud-covered, rainy sky where you are pretty sure the moon would be at this time of night. And what would you like to talk to your goddess about?
He would like to ask her about what, we got a, hold on, I have to check my note. We got a note saying that the vanguard we took out was a vanguard for the upcoming war, right?
Yes, they are a vanguard from the Imperium, and they were setting up the camp in preparation for a war.
He would like to ask if, since Vivius's family would have been old enough to be part of the what are they called? Beast Wars?
The Beast Wars and the Dragon War.
Okay, so he wouldn't be alive, but he would probably know people that would have told him. So he would probably ask Saloon if what would happen if another, what's it called, the Beast Wars Part 2 would happen. You know?
Alright. She would tell you the Beast Wars were not an accident. They were a plan from the Emperor of the Imperium. He intended for the Beast Wars to happen, and if they were to happen again, it would be much more devastating this time.
Oh, so the Imperium doing this again is a bad idea. You could probably tell the king that. Huh. And then he'll just talk about his day, honestly, because, he's a weird individual talking to his god.
So that's what Rivius does on his watch then,
Yeah,
as per normal.
as per normal.
All right. Anything else anybody else would like to do before you head out for the morning?
Not really. Caroline's just vibing.
All right. So once day breaks, there are still clouds in the sky, but it is not raining anymore, and there is sunlight. You unhitch the horses from their trees, load back up into the cart, and continue on your way back to the kingdom. It is about an hour's ride before you start returning towards the gates of the kingdom of Elerian, of the capital of Elerian. And upon approaching the large stone walls, Caroline and Rivius, you'll see a familiar face of a warforged manning the gatehouse as he yells down to you. I see you brought spoils with you. I trust
Yeah.
your scouting went well.
It went very well. Well, it went. We found the Vanguard camp, but we almost died. So, it's a 50-50 shot.
Caroline kind of looks over at Rivius, just like, they almost died.
Yeah, without your help.
I'll have you know I helped.
And I see your large friend is missing, and you have someone new with you.
Yeah, I don't know where Val went, honestly. He just disappeared as we were discussing. But it's okay. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Had a bit of a disagreement on how to handle the camp, and it kind of went down from there.
Well, at any rate, he looks back into the gatehouse. Open the gates. I'm gonna head down and see what they've got.
Where to happen if the war were to happen again? What? Okay.
And as he says this, he moves out of the gatehouse, and the large portcullis begins to open. You move in through the gate, and after traveling through the darkened causeway, you find yourself inside the city once more. Before you're able to get very far, you are greeted once again by Justice, who looks at the sheer amount of spoils that you've brought with you.
Yeah, one of them is food and other supplies, and the other is, I believe, weapons and armor. We brought them over because, it would probably be more important for the kingdom to have them, because they were just gonna, burn anyway, because we burned down the camp. Well, Caroline burned down the camp.
I mean,
I see. Well, it is certainly a lot of materials that you brought with you. Excellent.
I mean, I'm sure you guys could find some use for it, and if not, I'm sure other people in the town could find some use for it.
After that, he will then walk up to Ami. I take it that you're currently either riding a horse or riding one of the carts.
Probably one of the cards.
All right. So he will look up to you in the cart. For reference, Justice is a large, about 7.3 foot, 7 foot 3 inch
You could do
warforged.
it.
Who from the looks of him has seen many battles.
Nodders.
And he looks at you. So, I take it you assisted them in this endeavor?
Yes, I came upon them, and, well, their larger friend just left, so they asked me to help, which I obliged.
Handled themselves pretty well, if you ask me.
Well, that's good. We always need more competent people to do business with. Well,
Seems
if it is all right with you, me and my men will start to catalog what you brought us while you go and report to the king on what you found.
close.
Cool. Yeah.
Fine by me.
Should be entertaining.
We shall go to the king then.
Excellent. And then he signals for his men to come and start. He signals for some workers to come and start unloading the carts.
Wonder if potentially we might get a little bit extra for bringing supplies back.
I mean, I hope so. I mean, we were getting paid for it, so he might, if we tell him that it was a war camp instead of just a vanguard, he would also be interested in it. In that information.
I mean, it would not hurt to ask. Seeing
Alright, we
as
go off to the king then.
All right, so you start climbing the hill up to the fort. As you start climbing up the hill, could you both roll? All three of you, could you roll me perception checks?
Oh gosh.
And also, I need to, because I forgot to do it.
I see y'all.
He sees everything.
Wait one moment.
Okay.
Okay, bot's dead. No music.
The bot's actually dead?
The bot is
Again?
actually dead.
That is a feels bad.
Alright, so we have no music for this session, but
It was working on Sunday.
yeah, and now it's dead. It's not online either.
We will make you.
Anyway, with those perception checks, Caroline, you very much notice the fact that there is a significant increase to the military presence in and around the city. On the way in, you notice that all of the battlements were manned. There are guards patrolling the streets. the capital is currently on high alert.
Going.
Immediately notices that the amount of military personnel has increased.
Yes.
Yeah, just gonna.
Personnel has increased. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm talking to myself.
Okay, it's all good. Probably just gonna lean over, make note of, just kind of lean over and just goes. Seems like they're expecting trouble. There's quite a few more of them. Best be on our good behavior. It seems like.
I mean, with the information we have, it's probably for the better. Anyways, Ribius will walk up to the gate.
All right.
Are there people there?
As you walk up to the gates to the keep, there are several guards standing by the gate, as well as the first time since you've been here, the portcullis into the keep is closed.
Huh.
State your business. One of the guards says to you.
Where the what are we called again?
We're here on orders of the king. We were sent out to deal with a situation. We're here to report back.
They look at each other. Mercenaries? Yeah, I remember them. They were here a few days ago. All right. And they signal up to the gatehouse, and the portcullis opens. Behave while you're inside the keep.
We are always on our best behavior.
They must be really worried then, since last time we didn't really have to wait for the gate to open. Interesting.
More than likely, but I'm going to look over her new friend and just go. How good are you with nobility?
Alex?
Yes?
Caroline asked you a question.
Oh, my bad. What did you ask?
How good are you with nobility?
I'm not sure.
Oh, well, we're gonna find out then. Kind of continue to make our way through.
I suppose we will. Also, is there supposed to be a different map?
No, because unfortunately, every time I've attempted to make this map, it has come out absolute trash.
Okay.
Fair enough. Have a nice day. So.
Have a nice day. Yes.
So, as you enter into the walls of the keep, and head to the doors of the castle itself, you are allowed through without too much issue this time, since the guards recognize you. And as you enter, you see again, this time certainly more obvious, that there is an increased amount of guards in the keep. They are manning the windows, keeping an eye out, as well as several guards protecting the actual throne room. As you are let into the throne room, you see the king once more standing there. This time he is without a shirt, as he is currently talking with someone who is clearly a tailor.
Hmm.
Ah! Our advanced scouts have returned. And he shoos away the tailor. What do you have for me?
Well, you know the Vanguard camp you sent us to?
Yes, I sent you to scout out the goblins. Yes.
It wasn't just a Vanguard camp, it's a war camp. It was a war camp.
The
But yeah.
we went to go scout it out, and it appears that it was a staging area for a potential war, and it wasn't just goblins and bugbears. There were people there actually contracted to help build the camp, and the camp leader was certainly not a goblin or a hobgoblin, but a human. Chances are that there might be some conversation to be had with the Imperium, as this seemed to be one of their camps.
And you say it was a war camp?
Yes. We brought back some of the supplies as proof, mostly consisted of weapons, supply, a few building supplies, and whatever we could muster. The rest of it has been destroyed to make sure they have no use for it.
Fuck. Alright. I always knew this day would come.
Kinda. Might I add, if it's not too pressing, is there a particular reason you are not without a shirt there, sir?
Well, to further accentuate what I imagine is about to happen in the coming days, we received a raven from the kingdom of from the Imperium, saying that a diplomat of theirs will be arriving in the coming days with an important message for the king. So, I am ensuring that I am formally ready for their arrival.
Judging,
Now I'm wondering if I should wear a breastplate instead.
I would. Chances are you might want to. If they're already preempting a strike, chances are they plan to try something with you, and if that doesn't work, more than likely press their luck. If you worry for that kind of thing, perhaps we could be of assistance once the and she kind of puts her hands up to do like the quote unquote thing. Diplomat arrives.
Well, I certainly would appreciate your continued assistance in this matter.
Excellent.
As you continue talking, you see the halfling manservant come running up with a tankard of ale. More ale, my lord. Yes, thank you. Anyway, I will be preparing. He should be here if he left when they said he did, he will probably be passing through the Dread Keeps by now. So he will be here within a day or two.
More than enough time to prepare.
We'd better finish preparations.
Of course, though. There is also now the matter of payment when it comes to scouting out that camp, and seeing as not only have we dealt with matters that are a lot grander than us, and the fact that we even had the time to bring back some of their supplies as more or less a way to say fuck you to them. Perhaps could we potentially be compensated for that as well, seeing as it did take a little bit of effort on our parts to acquire such things?
Indeed, you deserve compensation. One moment. And he walks away, and as he's walking away, he just chugs the entire tankard.
He's an
Before-
alcoholic.
Before throwing it back, and you can see his manservant catching it
Nice.
before
Oh,
running back off to what you assume to be the kitchens.
He must have done that a lot if he can freaking catch it perfectly.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a little practice. You can do just about anything if you try hard enough.
After a couple of minutes, he returns with 3 bags.
Whoa.
Owie.
Well,
Or, well, not bags, but pouches.
still pretty good.
Here, one for you. He tosses it to Eurivius. One for you, and tosses it to Caroline. And where's the tiefling?
We had a bit of a disagreement on the way, and then gestures over. But this one has helped us, so it would be only fair to repay in kind for their assistance. It would be best to
Yeah.
give the tiefling spoils to them. Because
Since
I do
he-
have. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Since the tiefling seems to no longer be with us.
He isn't dead. He just disappeared.
Yeah, no, not dead. Just a bit of a disagreement in the group, unfortunately, when it comes to matters of dealing with the camp.
Well,
It happens.
in any case, it is only fair, and he tosses the 3rd pouch to you, Army. Each pouch contains 2,000 gold.
Poggers.
Wowie.
Jesus.
I
Right.
included a bonus for discovering that it was not simply a goblin camp, and for promptly burning it.
Look,
How much is full plate again?
1,500.
it's like 18,000.
No, it's 1,500.
1,500? Okay, yeah, that's not bad.
It's good.
Excellent.
Look, so long as we're gonna have a freaking a king sugar daddy, I'm getting as much money out of this fucker as I can.
King Sugar Daddy.
Plate armor is 1,500 GP.
I mean, you're not wrong, but whoa, holy shit.
Would you prefer king sugar daddy or feudal daddy? Take your pick.
Fuck. What?
I dislike both.
We'll stick with feudal daddy then. Anyway,
I hate
Okay.
it.
Okay.
And he will then say, and I will instruct justice to compensate you appropriately for the resources that you brought us. In the meantime, you are free to rest in the tavern. Your tab will continue to be covered. I hope that now the tiefling is with you, it becomes a little less extravagant.
Sorry. Previous. Oh, do you know do you know where the blacksmith is?
There are many blacksmiths in the city, but the one that services my men primarily is the Iron Gauntlet.
Okay.
They work out of the market square. Their shop is easy enough to find. It has a forge out back, and the sign on front is a large iron gauntlet.
Okay, so forge out front, large iron gauntlet, market square. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. I might stop by there after we talk to Justice then. I would like an armor upgrade if it's possible.
You may spend your money however you see fit.
Alright. So yeah. I mean, Ribius is just gonna leave, and if anyone else wants to talk to the king, because he wants to go to the Iron Gauntlet now.
Would anybody else like to say anything to the king?
No, not particularly.
I've got nothing for the king.
Okay, then I'm going to head out to the Iron Gauntlet. Go ahead.
Yeah, as everybody leaves, the king will shout out, Somebody fetch me my armor! And more wine! The ale was disgusting.
Here.
Okay, so I'm going. Ribius will probably just mention that he's going over to the Iron Gauntlet before the night ends.
Alright,
If anyone wants to join him.
Would anybody like to join him or do their own adventures around in the city?
Oh, what's the status on magic item shops?
Primarily the magic item shop is the Fermenter's Brew, which doubles as both a magic items and potions and magic.
Oh wait, he doesn't know you. You're fine.
What?
That's the place I stole from.
Oh,
yeah.
That's where he got his haste potion.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I suppose I'll go out to there just to take a look at what they have that I may be able to get with the 2,000 gold.
Before he notices that that you're associated with Caroline. Be nice. I mean, you're fine right now.
Yeah, because
you're just.
Yeah, because I don't know that he stole it. In character.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Caroline.
Exactly.
Caroline's stealing stuff. Nah, she's a nice soul. Anyway.
Sure.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go to the Iron Gauntlet. If anyone wants to follow me.
Yeah, Caroline's gonna go off and do her own thing.
Alright. Splitting the party. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Alright. So let's deal with Rivius first.
Oh, you can deal with Alex first. I'm catching up on notes first.
Okay. In that case, Alex, you start wandering the city, and after a little while, you find the Fermenter's Brew. As you enter, you see a very bored-looking person sitting behind the counter going, No, this is not a tavern. If you're looking for ale, I suggest the Quiet Dragon.
Well, that wasn't well, that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for a magical shop.
Oh, somebody who actually wants magic items. A rare thing. How can I help you?
Do you have anything for the more wizardly types?
I have a few items. What? Anything in particular you're looking for?
Just looking to browse to see what may be useful.
All right. And she will stand up and escort you to the back of the shop.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that there are several display cases filled with all manners of magic items.
Otters.
The most notable, outside of your standard common magic items, are she has a wand of fireball.
Mm-hmm.
She has a wand of lightning bolt. She has. Hold on, let me double check it. It is. She has a arcane grimoire.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She has a. Where is it?
She had a potion of haste.
Yes, she had a potion of haste. She has a wand of magic missile.
Otters.
Oh, there's another one?
Yes, she made a new one. Refresh her
Cool.
stock. She has a bag of holding.
Otters.
Oh, Pog?
And she has. What the. Where is it? Hold on.
Uh, there you go. I've caught up finally.
And she has a horn of silent alarm.
What's a horn of silent alarm? Don't answer that. I'll look it up myself. Fine. Thank you. But you can answer if you
Huh.
want.
Alright, interesting. Alright. That's some pretty good choices.
What kind of grimoire is that?
Yeah, what plus does it have?
The grimoire is a +1.
Well, that's
Oh.
Well, that's a fucking just locked onto that. Fucking, she'll take that. Fucking, it's 500 gold, right? Since it's on uncommon.
Yes, it is 500 gold.
All right, yeah, she'll yeah, Ami will take the necessary gold out and will would like to buy the +1 arcane grimoire.
All right. Very good choice. I take it you're a wizard then.
Well, I did ask for the more wizardly styled things, so
Fair. Indeed, you did. Well, I hope it serves you well and it sees you living to purchase more.
oh, it shall. Yes, it will.
Is there anything else you would like?
Okay, so 100. I think I'll take the bag of holding too, because
It's a bag of holding.
yeah, it's a bag of holding. Why wouldn't you want one?
Why would you want a bag holding?
All right. And I shall also take the bag of holding, and she will take out another 500, and we'll provide it to the shopkeep.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Indeed. Thank you very much.
I hope to see you again soon.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fucking. That is.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to spend some time
Alright.
to spend some time to attune to that. But that is a really fucking good pickup. Holy shit.
Wizard go burr.
Well, yeah, it's +1 to spell attack and DCs, but also it buffs arcane recovery. So
Because Tasha's
The
continues to be silly.
true.
Look, it has a lot of good shit.
Yes, it does.
Indeed.
It screams.
Alright, so we shall then move on to Taylor. As you wander in to the shop of the Iron Gauntlet.
Alright.
As you walk in, the shopkeeper will greet you. Welcome to the Iron Gauntlet, the premier blacksmith in all of Elerian. How may I serve you today?
I was recommended by the king himself, actually. I was looking to buy some I've came into some money lately. I was looking to get some full plate made.
You need some full plate made. All right. Let's see. And he looks you up and down. It's been a little while since I made full plate for a hobbit. All right. I don't have any in stock that would be your size right now, but I can certainly forge it for you within a few days.
Oh yeah, that's fine. So, how much would that be?
That will be 1,500 gold pieces for the creation and fitting.
Well, he pulls out the money and then gives it to him because it's full plate, and that's Pog. Full plate do be Pog though.
All right,
Do
I
math.
will get everything ready. May I ask you to kindly stay here while I get your measurements for the armor?
All right. Yeah, no worries.
And he will go into the back room and come back with a measure, and he will start measuring you out for your full plate armor.
Hell yeah.
And while he's doing that, so I had a few of the soldiers come in here a few days ago talking about a halfling who was battling the dueling ring in the evening. Would you happen to be the same halfling?
Yeah, I was sparring with I just came I came with my companion. He's mentioned that he does some sparring at night, and I was like, "Oh, I wasn't doing anything that night." So I came along, and then we waited, and then Justice was there. So we did some sparring, and by some grace of the goddess, I knocked him over.
Well, that's the first time I think I've heard of Justice getting knocked over like that. From what I've heard, his pride was a little wounded, and he's not one to be much of a prideful warforged.
I mean, it will probably be very, how you put it, disheartening if someone half your size knocks you over.
Well, I'm sure he also knows what that's like on doing something, considering the fact that my grandmother told me that she saw him fight in the Beast Wars.
Oh, I had some family fight in the Beast Wars. Well, yeah, some family really. I've been told the stories, but you know, you don't know if they're true or not since you weren't there.
As is the way, oral traditions tend to like exaggerating some bits.
Is
Well,
the blacksmith a dwarf or what?
the blacksmith is a human,
Ah, human.
so
Okay.
he has to bend down to take your measurements.
Wow. Okay. That's
Well,
cool.
that is everything that I need. Thank you very much. I will have your plate ready for you in a few days. Where will I be able to find you to inform you of
I
its completion?
usually stay during my downtime at the Quiet Dragon. Just
Ah,
mention my name is Rivias. You should you could mention me to the barkeep, and then they'll let me know that my plate's ready.
well then. Thank you for coming, Rivias, and I will have your plate ready.
Thank you. Have a nice day. And he probably will just leave like 5 more gold because feeding a halfling must be really tiring because like Rivias is 3 feet tall, yo. And
Yeah, and
this human's probably like
he's 5'11".
5 feet. Yeah. Also, Rivias is nice, you know.
That's not
Doesn't
even the
want,
half of it.
but I'm pissed. Yeah. Then he leaves.
All right. Would Caroline like to be doing anything?
I'm trying to think. I think is there potentially might I ask what kind of businesses are pretty predominant in this area?
Business or quote unquote business? Like
Depends.
rogue business.
Are you looking for the legitimate stuff or the illegitimate stuff?
The legitimate stuff for now.
All right. One moment. Give me a perception.
All right.
What the fuck happened?
How?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong? Is this because
How?
the dice have been like, you know what, you for the first few sessions we were mean to you, so
No,
you know what?
it's because whenever I do dumb shit, that's when I roll really well. So I just continue to do dumb shit, and it gives me good shit.
Heckin' fighters. What a fucked up day. Fighter literally rolls back-to-back 20s.
What a fucked up day.
All right. So, what you find is you find your typical commodities, your grocers, your farmers, your butchers. There are quite a few of them in the city. From what you can see, as it currently stands, the capital is in a fairly prosperous state. They have been without war or famine or drought for several years, which has left them with quite the boom in their economy. So there are a lot of stores, a lot of people buying, and a lot of merchants selling. The other end of that, you see that the most lacking in terms of markets are independent contractors for military and militaristic things. Mercenaries, basically, there are no mercenary companies in the city because with it being so prosperous and having not gone to war for about 20 years, no mercenaries are staying here. You find a few adventurers, but nobody that's organized.
Okay. Good to know. I think what So there's nowhere that's completely organized. Good to know. So I think kind of after looking around a bit and getting a feel for that, and duly making note of the lack of mercenaries, is there any potential like buildings kind of kind of towards the busier area that are available for either renting or purchase?
You find a couple of buildings that are open for rent currently. There is one larger building which seems to be having a bidding war going out in front of it right now. And you find two smaller buildings that a few people have been looking at, but nobody's expressed much interest in them yet.
Okay. I'll take a look at them. Are they just like little off to the side hovels or?
They're like little corner shops, or they would be if somebody was using them. They're not particularly big, but they can fit a few things in them.
Interesting. All right. What is the pricing on those?
It is hold on. It is a 600 gold down payment and then a 200 gold monthly rent.
Wait, he gonna get house?
Kind of, sort of.
It's not really designed as a house, but I mean, if you wanted to, you could probably turn it into a basic living space.
I was like, well, I mean, is it like a 1-story, 2-story?
It is a 1-story building.
Okay. Is there one with like that is kind of like a 2-story? Like,
there is a larger 2-story building that is currently has a bit of a bidding war going for it.
okay, what's the bid at?
Currently, the bid is sitting at 1,500 gold to rent it out with a 300 gold a month rent.
I think I might join in on this little bidding war.
All right.
Yeah.
So, how much would you like to offer for the place
Uh,
to throw your hat in?
I'll knock it up to 2,000.
Ah, we have a new person joining the bid. You can see the landowner who is ecstatic about people bidding for this property. Would anybody like to be 2,000? Anybody? You see two people wander off going, too rich for my blood. And there are two people who stay. One goes, yeah, I'll beat him. 2.1k.
2.5.
And the guy side eyes you. Fine. And the two of them will wander off.
Good.
Not really wanting to go higher than that.
Good, they can fuck off. This is mine.
All right, well, that was a quick resolution to the last hour of my life. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. I typically don't participate in these things, but luckily I'm in the business for these kind of things.
Well, you can consider yourself the proud renter of this building with 2.5k and then 300 gold a month was the agreed upon amount.
Of course, do I pay directly to you? Or...
I am the owner of this building, yes.
Oh, wonderful. She kind of pulls out the necessary gold to pay this man.
And he pulls out the necessary contract.
Fuck yeah. Gonna.
All right,
sign.
so sign here, here, and here.
She'll do that.
And thank you for your patronage.
Of course, thank you.
How many stories was it?
2 stories.
It's a 2-story.
What is it anyway?
It is a. It looks like it's an old merchant's house that has been more or less abandoned and is getting sold off.
I was about to go, how does it have like any of the furnishing? Is it empty?
It has a few basic furnishings, but if you want anything better than a cheap bed, you're going to have to pay for it.
Okay, I will keep that in mind.
So basic is in. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, excuse me. So, all right. Well, that's perfect. Is the how many like rooms are we talking here? Like few bedrooms or?
It has 4 bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Each one with a cheap bed. The ground floor has the basic design already laid out for a small shop.
Excellent.
And then the second floor is living space for.
That's where the 4 bedrooms are.
Yeah.
Is okay. Perfect.
It would have been the living space for the merchants that own the place.
Wunderbar. All right. Well, I can work with this easily. So,
As well as
yeah.
obviously there are facilities for using the bathroom, and there is for using the toilets, and there is a bathroom with a basic bathtub.
Mhm. Sounds good. Sounds good.
How many
Yeah.
bathrooms? Like a few?
One.
Like 2? 1? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Caroline kind of with that is kind of after kind of gaining the full observation of the place is like kind of murmurs to herself just like I am going to make perfect use of you, but for now I should probably get Revius and them on board with what I'm about to suggest. She kind of makes her way out and goes to try to find the rest of her party.
All right. So, would anybody like to do anything else before you all rendezvous? I assume, since you don't know that Caroline has bought a house or renting a house,
I mean,
that you would meet at the Quiet Dragon.
yeah.
But would
Revius is having
anybody
a
like to
snack.
do anything else before arriving there?
No.
How long is this whole exchange taken for the other two?
The entire exchange has been about half an hour for Rivius, about an hour for Caroline.
I would have
and
used
about
the
20 minutes or so for you when you were busy with
yeah, I would use the time to perform a short rest to attune to the arcane Grimoire. Grimoire.
You may do so, yes.
And
You find a nice quiet spot in the city to have a sit down and attune yourself to your newly acquired grimoire.
And don't know if I can do it within the same short rest, but I would like to spawn my wizardly quill and make the arcane grimoire my new awakened spellbook, because I just need to do that over the course of a short rest.
I will say that you can do that in the same short rest, as I will, for the sake of flavor, just say you can do that as part of the attuning to it.
All right. Well, that's now my awakened spellbook. And the old one, all the stuff vanishes from it. But she still keeps it. Around. And I suppose, yeah, after the short rest, she would go back to the Silent Dragon, or whatever its name is.
The Quiet Dragon is its name.
It's close enough.
Close
Copium.
enough.
Close enough, Copium.
All right. So after a while, Rivias, you will be the first to arrive at the Quiet Dragon, followed by Ami, followed by Caroline.
Rivius is having a snack.
You've gotten yourself some bread and maybe some meat, bit of pork.
Currently eating lunch.
So, Ami, as you enter, you see Rivia sitting at a table, having himself a nice little lunch. As you see, the Yanti bartender just cleaning up and getting ready for tonight's influx of people when the tavern is at its busiest.
Others.
And unless you want to do something, then Caroline will follow in soon after that, in about 20 minutes.
Others.
So, Caroline, as you enter into the Quiet Dragon, you see Rivias and Ami sitting at the table. Has Ami gotten herself a meal, or?
Probably not.
All right. So Rivias is sitting there with his empty plate, and Ami is sitting there with him.
Caroline will stroll over to Rivius and Omni and just sit down and is like, "So, how's your two's little escapades in the town gone so far?"
I ordered some float plates for myself.
Very nice.
And I got the new spellbook and a bag of holding, so I'd say it's been pretty successful.
Sounds
My
like
new
it.
armor should be ready in a few days.
Perfect. Hopefully though, with the events going on with this diplomat and whatnot, it doesn't put a pause to anything. Though, I have a bit of some news, if you both would care to listen, as well as a bit of a proposal.
Oh.
Oh, I don't have anything better to do, so.
Yeah, what did you
Well-
do?
So, I was doing my normal perusing for the town, which I tend to do, typically more towards the nights, but seeing as someone has a slight problem with it, I figured I'd do it more towards the day. Anyway, not continuing on that point, I noticed a very interesting situation when it comes to this town. The fact that obviously there hasn't been too much eventful going on, and certain jobs are left slightly open. So I figured using the money that I got from the king, I propose that we might work towards fulfilling those jobs. So in
What
that
do you mean? Sorry.
contract work, mercenary work, that sort of deal.
Oh. So what we're doing for the king, but on a bigger scale.
Exactly, not just the king, but just in general. And I've considered putting the steps toward this for quite a while we were adventuring, and I kind of, and seeing as now would be a good opportunity to do that, with potential tensions rising, there's always going to be work that needs to get done. So I used the money to buy a location for us to stay at and use as a bit of a place to rest, so we don't have to always worry about staying at an inn or tavern in town. But the proposition I have is that we work towards establishing ourselves as the get to go to people. Obviously, attracting business and establishing ourselves a bit more than just on the king's payroll. As nice as it is, opportunities come a lot more openly when you have a name associated with it. When you agree,
Oh, yeah, that sounds cool.
Sounds fine.
excellent. Well, in a settle, then we will continue to you you two, of course, don't have to put any money towards any of this. This is more of my own personal undertaking. Any funding would be appreciated, but this is more of a personal project of mine, if anything else. But again, I figured I'd ask you two if you would be interested, seeing as we find ourselves adventuring with each other all the time. And it would be good to have people to obviously assist growing a business. As entertaining as it would be trying to do a lot of things by myself, it's a lot easier when you have help. So, I can always show you the location and you can tell me what you think.
Oh, yeah. So that's where you went. You went on a little shopping trip.
Of course, I am trying to help us help our future.
Hmm.
All right. So, if you don't want anything to eat from the tavern, we can go there since I'm done with my food.
I'm not exactly hungry right now.
Okay.
So,
And then we go off. We go off. We go to the place.
yep. Gonna take a point. I'm going to take friends to nice house. Well, kind of like new place.
All right, so you take them over to the new place that you are renting, and when you arrive, you find a nice, somewhat comfortable area on the ground floor for clearly for the selling of merchandise and or services. And up on the top floor, you find some basic living arrangements. All you really need for just basic living in the city of Elerian.
Daughters?
Nothing is particularly special, but obviously that can be changed to your own desires.
So, what do you think of uh my what do you think of my building?
I mean, it looks nice. It looks nice.
nice.
So, yeah.
Of course, you're both more than welcome to stay here. And since you are going to help out, it would probably behoove us to continue helping out the king and, if possible, picking up smaller jobs that can be done. And who knows, we can make something wonderful out of this whole situation.
All right. So it would be nice since you did say there weren't many mercenaries out
Yeah.
there.
Plus, and think of it, if we can get our names out there and get more attention, could you possibly imagine the opportunities we might have? Might be
True.
might be very fun.
Yeah,
Though.
would be.
No, of course, everything has to start somewhere. So this shall be our start.
Well, excellent work today. You got that'd be nice to get something started.
Yeah. Of course.
All right. So you will be officially forming the start of a mercenary company here?
It's not. It probably Caroline probably doesn't have a name or anything. It's just more
Yeah.
of like she will get to that once like it becomes like official. Currently, this is just more of this. This is hub for us to go to in between like adventures and then just figure shit out later.
All right. So from the three of you, the main thing that I would like is if you could give me an idea for how you would want your room styled, because I will make this a map. And if you would like to personalize your room from a very basic and boring bedroom, then I will just need that information from you. You can send that to me in DMs whenever you have the time.
I was literally about to ask if I could have an altar in my room.
I was like, yeah, Caroline will let you guys modify whatever rooms as needed. She's just gonna keep whatever's
Others.
there because she doesn't care.
All right.
Others.
Ugh.
So that
You
will
alright?
act.
Yeah.
The voice getting to you.
No.
All right. Well, so this will be acting as your hub for the rest of your adventures then.
Pug.
Camp.
In the next couple of days, unless you would like to do anything, it will remain fairly uneventful until you are summoned by the king.
I'm just gonna keep bullying Justice.
It's gonna keep bullying Justice.
Yep. Just gonna keep fight. Every night she can, she's gonna fight him.
Well, the unfortunate thing is that when you head out to go and spar with Justice, you find him, but he is currently running midnight drills with his men.
Can I assist in the drills?
You may assist in the drills, yes.
Yeah. She's showing more guards her way of dealing with shit. Might not be the proper way, but she's showing them. She's showing them something.
She do be showing something.
Look.
You alright?
Yeah. These
Okay.
guards being taught to be stupid. She's teaching them the big brain ways of dealing with people.
All right, give
Don't
me
worry.
give
Okay.
me 2 attack rolls and 1 acrobatics.
Okay.
All right, so you spend 2 nights training with the guards and teaching them a different kind of fighting. Surprisingly, Justice is, while not happy, he's fine with it. He talks to you at one point and just says, "It might not be my preferred way of fighting, but all types of style are important in war, and sometimes a subtler approach is useful."
Okay. I find that fighting and being unpredictable is usually a good way of handling things. If the enemy can predict your movements, then it's not exactly hard for them to undo it. I mean, the few times we fought, I've bested you every time. No?
Indeed. Perhaps when this war is over, we can try that once more.
I'm available whenever.
All right, so
That's all
2
I'm doing
days.
for the.
2 days pass unless anybody wants to do anything else during that time.
Not really, no. Oh, so Vexer is down. I joined their Discord and they said they don't know what's wrong with it.
Nice.
Okay.
Maybe doing the big sad.
All right.
bots.
Well, after 2 days, you are once again summoned by the king to return up to the keep as the diplomat has arrived. As you
Alright.
climb the hill back up to the keep, you see at the portcullis, you see 2 bugbears and 2 humans. The 2 humans look very angry at the guards. They are all wearing the 2 humans are wearing uniforms of the Imperium, and the 2 bugbears are wearing armor with the insignia of the Imperium on.
I was about to go. Does this uniform look similar to the old dude I just fucking murked?
Yes, it does.
Of course it does.
Oh no. Go ahead.
As you approach the gate, the 2 guards will signal for the gate to be opened, and you will see as you walk through the gate, the 2 humans just glare at you, staring daggers at you. Before the gate is closed behind you, and you enter the castle itself.
What is their issue? Why are they so mad?
They kind of look like the leader of the camp, honestly.
Oh, did they look like them? I didn't see them. I was
Some
busy trying to
similar
not die. Go ahead.
similar uniform. Chances are the person we killed at the camp was probably related to them or knew them.
Or knew them. I didn't get a chance to see the leader. Their lackeys were, well, kind of overwhelming.
He's kind of an ugly bastard, so he deserved it.
I mean, we were going to kill him anyway because he did try to incite a war.
We went. True, but I was gonna say I weren't going to kill him, but that would be a lie. And I am a person of honesty, as you know.
Okay.
As you walk up the stairs and enter the throne room, you hear arguing, and as you enter the throne room, you can see and now clearly hear the arguing. They are my personal retinue. You would deprive of a man of his guards in a hostile land? No, I would deprive a man who is a diplomat. You do not require protection in my halls. My guards are enough.
Just Caroline kind of does that little interrupting cough. Just
So you bring more backup, and mine are left out in the cold and the damp.
Well, if I seem to recall correctly, the last time I saw that uniform as well as those guards, they were setting up a camp on the border.
Baseless
And
accusations. No merit whatsoever.
I'm going to.
Caroline, do you have that letter we found?
Yeah, she fucking holds out the letter and just reads it promptly. Just in front of him. just when she gets done reading, she looks at the diplomat and just, I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound very baseless to me. And the fact that we also acquired some of the supplies from said camp suggests otherwise. So, would you be lying? Would you be saying this letter is a lie and the supplies we've gathered just materialize out of nowhere?
I forgot to ask Justice for compensation for those. Damn it.
We got them from the king. Don't worry.
No,
Not
he
for the
did
supplies.
mention. He did mention that Justice would give us more money for them.
Fuck. Yeah. We could bug him another day. We'll bug him another day.
We're busy right now.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
So the diplomat will look you dead in the eyes, Caroline. He will pull out a piece of paper and he will push it into the chest of the king. And he says, in a very calm and very collected voice, as a representative of the Imperium Eternia, I am here to officially submit our declaration of war against the Kingdom of Elerian.
To no one's surprise.
No one's surprised.
We ask that you submit, or we will crush your puny little kingdom into dust.
Caroline's gonna go quickly slink off.
And the king will reply as he takes the note off of his chest. The Kingdom of Elerian sees your declaration of war and tells you that we will not submit to tyrants. We will fight you in this war, and we will best you, just like we bested those dragons years ago. And then he will signal for his men. Kindly escort the diplomat out of the city, along with his guards. If they resist, string them up off the walls.
Arius would whistle. I don't know how to actually whistle, but I can say that he does.
Nodders.
Yeah. Caroline's gonna slink off to go see what see if the two people in the bugbears are behaving outside.
All right. As you slink off, the two guards grab the diplomat and start dragging him out. He doesn't protest, and he more or less goes with them willingly. As you reach the portcullis, and you see the diplomat being dragged out, Caroline. You see the two humans signal to the bugbears. They proceed to start following. And then Caroline, please roll me a perception.
Alright, I most certainly can. Yeah.
Oh, there they are. There we go.
There
it is.
Okay, so Caroline, you see as they start walking, the diplomats and the two humans. And what you notice is as they are moving out, one of the bugbears snaps the neck of the human commander in front of him.
Oh.
What?
Turn of events.
As the two humans turn and look on in horror at what just transpired in front of their faces, you see Justice come in and just cleave both of the bugbears in two.
All right.
Hello?
To which you will hear Justice say, I see that your Empress still has a somewhat waning control on the beasts this far from his kingdom. Now leave my city before I cleave off your heads like I cleaved apart their bodies.
To no one's surprise.
And both of them will start to fucking run. They have stopped walking to leave the city, and they are now both running to leave the city.
I mean, you better run. He's 7 feet 3.
Fucking people run.
Fucking people leave, dude.
Yeah, I think after that, just kind of got the amusement out. She'll make her way back to her compatriots.
All right, so you make your way back. The two of you will have still been in the hall with the king, and he would be saying, well, I was expecting a knife, but I guess a piece of paper will do fine for declaring war.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably was better that they didn't bring a knife, because they probably would have been dead. Probably.
This is very true.
That's true. And he pulls a dagger out from the sleeve of his plate. I was hoping to get a bit of blood on her again, but she'll have time for that. There's a war coming.
Also, out of character, did you make the Emperor and Empress?
No.
Oh, or is he talking about the dagger?
He's talking about the dagger. He called his dagger a her.
Oh, okay.
Sentience. Wowie. Probably.
Maybe. Who knows?
I mean, people name their weapons all the time, so it could just be a matter of he just named his weapon.
True.
If it's
well, I guess we know what's coming. The full force of the Imperium will most likely be bearing down us within the week. So, I suppose I will ask you if you are willing to take on another job.
Of course. I mean, is it war relations?
At this point, diplomacy is a non-option. the Imperium has never been big on diplomacy unless it is complete and utter surrender.
Fair.
You have my magic.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'll gladly help.
Wonderful. I noticed that your friend left.
Oh, he slings off sometimes. He'll come back, unlike the tiefling. Probably. Man, I need. Lady Saloon needs to stop giving me companions to leave alone. He mumbles that.
Well, regardless, if she still wishes to participate in business with the kingdom, then I have a dangerous assignment that you have proven yourself reliable, and suffice to say, I need every one of my soldiers here to prepare the defenses. So, I'm asking you if you will once again do some scouting for me.
Yeah, where to this time, Your Majesty?
I need you to find out how big of an army is coming in our direction. So I need you to head to the Dread Keeps.
Oh,
And observe them until you see the armies come out.
Would Rivius know if he's allowed there or not?
You would know that, no, you are very much not allowed at the Dread Keep of Dragonslayer's Pass, because that is Imperium territory. But you are not going into the Dread Keeps, you are being tasked with scouting by the Dread Keeps.
Okay, because there was going to be a slight problem, because they two-thirds of the party is long-lived.
Rude.
So small issue, small problem. Racism.
Yeah, Caroline could walk into the Dread Keeps without too much issue.
The only small problem here is the little cleric named Rivius that kneecaps people.
But yeah, the Halfling and the Kitsune, they would have some issues.
Rivius mentions that. Rivius would mention that that the farthest they could go would be literally at the border, because both himself and the Kitsune will not be allowed to enter Imperial territory.
Also, why wouldn't we be allowed to enter? Just curious. Just why would I have issues?
A Kitsune live for longer than the lifespan of an average human.
Oh.
So they are considered a long-lived race, which means that they are not tolerated within the borders of the Imperium.
Well, I mean, they don't have to know if I'm a Kitsune. Smile.
They don't, no. Because you can transform to look like a normal human.
Smiles.
Because Kitsune.
I hate it here.
What? Okay. Why do you hate it here, Taylor?
I'm just...
because he's the only one not allowed to go in.
I honestly...
He would have to find some other way in. That isn't pertaining to be a small child, as per Caroline's previous suggestion.
Heck,
it's going to be in half plate. I mean, full plate. Somehow. Even harder.
Look, I was under the impression that me and Val were going to pretend to be just two very concerned people watching for the small child, so we give him plate to protect himself. Overprotective moms. That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
Thanks, Fred.
No
Fred
problem.
has been yelling for the past 10 minutes about slaying dragons.
Anyway,
Anyway.
it's someone with dwarfism.
Anyway, the king would state, now, I'm not expecting you to get too close to the Dread Keeps. They are the most fortified area in the entirety of Elerian. However, it is the shortest path here, which means that the armies would likely be leaving from there, and I expect that their original intention was to head to their staging camp. Those plans may have changed. I need from you to know if they are coming directly here, or if they are first moving to their staging point where the camp once stood. I also need to know the size of their army. Knowing your enemy is more important than even having these walls to defend against them. You will be well compensated for this highly dangerous mission, and I hope only that they have not already begun moving out in preparation for their assault on our kingdom.
Has Caroline entered at this point?
Yes, Caroline will have seen the cleaving of two bugbears and returned at this point.
Pog.
Ah, your friend joins us once more. I was just informing your companions here of a new mission that I asked you
Lovely.
to undertake.
I do love it when you give missions. What is it this time?
We're going to the Dread Keeps. Well, not exactly. We're going to
You
scout
are
near the Dread Keeps.
You are to scout near the Dread Keeps and ascertain the size, composition, and direction as best as possible of the army of the Imperium.
Do we have any good way to contact you, or because I have a feeling trying to haul all the way out there and then just reporting back, the reports themselves might be a little bit out of date by the time we get back to you. So, is there anyone in the area we could possibly pass the report to, just in case something happens?
Here. And his manservant will come running over with a tray. And he will toss you a rock.
Is that a
Take the
sending
rock.
stone?
It is more than likely a sending stone.
Is it a sending stone, Mr. DM?
It is indeed a sending stone.
Pog.
Pod.
This is one of two halves of a sending stone I had my court mage make for me.
Otters.
Pog.
Pod.
You will use it to report what you find directly to me, and I will report it directly to my generals.
Takes a look at the stone and is just like, very well. Should be easy enough. I'm sure our group would be more than happy to take this up, seeing as this is more than likely a very eventful task. Wouldn't you all say?
Yeah, you'll probably.
I have no aversion. I guess the one thing I would ask is, Do you have a scroll of invisibility that I can scribe down in my spellbook anywhere?
Hold on. And he will exit the throne room through one of the side doors.
Might as well make the
He will
Dex
be-
fighter invisible.
Fair.
Literally the best chance for just the best scouting, unironically.
Ironically, cast invisibility.
Yes.
But
Literally the best
As-
ability. Literally the best thing. Just don't make too much noise and you'll be fine.
I was like, I do
They
have a
think-
+7 to stealth. I should be fine.
Yeah, because of by the definition of the condition invisible, it is impossible to see you without the aid of magic or special sense. You are heavily obscured. However, you can be detected by noise or tracks.
It's like Skyrim. Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind.
Sure, I've never played
'Cause that-
Skyrim, so I've only seen it. I've only seen videos on it. And honestly, I don't think I will play Skyrim, just despite everyone that tries to tell me to.
Good, because it's really not that great of a game.
Until you get to
Wow.
the hunting scene,
Anyway.
which I've heard is insane.
Yeah.
But anyways,
All right, so after about 10 minutes, the king returns. Here, my court wizard does have a few scrolls that he is willing to part with.
she will take this scroll. Thank you. I shall copy this into my spell book the first chance I can get.
Of course. And report to Justice before you leave. He has some final things. He has some final some remaining gold that he has to give you from the shipments that you brought.
Oh, I was.
You may
We
need
were-
it to ensure that your equipment is suited for the journey ahead of you.
This is fair.
I could have also bought a newer Warhammer. And continue.
Now, if you'll excuse me, war is coming.
Indeed.
Certainly
Indeed.
is.
And you see his manservant come up again with a tray filled with wine, and he shoos him away. No, not now. I need to ensure that all my faculties. And he will return to his throne. He will take a seat. And he will start writing out orders.
Wowie.
All right.
Is my armor done, Mr. DM?
At this point, your armor will be finished, yes.
Would he be at the Quiet Dragon?
He would have sent a message to the Quiet Dragon unless you told him to send it elsewhere.
Oh, no. Did I get the message?
Have you been to the Quiet Dragon?
I mean, he probably would go to the Quiet Dragon for food.
All right.
Passwords.
You would have gotten the message probably shortly before the king summoned you.
Would have I gotten it before, or would I have to get it after?
You can go get it now.
Sick. Alright.
All right. So the three of you leave the throne, leave the throne room, and leave the keep. As you exit the keep, you see that currently there are a few guards currently hauling off 3 bodies, 2 of them in 2 pieces.
Is Justice around?
Justice is currently standing there with blood on his sword.
What happened?
Bugbear went crazy. Betrayed its leader.
Can
I killed them both to ensure the other one didn't do the same.
Would I know why they just suddenly go crazy?
You can give me an investigation or a nature.
And both of them are a -1, but okay.
You're asking, and those are the 2 rolls that I'm giving you.
Nope.
You have no idea. All you know is the stories you were told about the Beast Wars. That one day the half of the army of the Imperium, which consisted almost entirely of the beast races, just went insane and started attacking everyone.
I see.
So you can assume that the same thing happened here.
I see. Alright, the king mentioned you had some extra gold for us?
Also Caroline background noise.
Yes, indeed. We sorted out the contents of the cards that you brought back, and after determining their full value, I have this for you. And he pulls out a large pouch. I did not count it out to separate them. That'll be your job if you want to split it amongst the 3 of you.
How much is it, Mr. DM?
And he gives you a bag consisting of 12,600 gold.
Oh.
Excuse me?
Wait, what?
Carts full of supplies are worth a lot of money.
We should
How
spend
much?
down the rest. God damn.
How much?
12,600.
12,600. Okay, shit. What?
12,600 divided by 3.
Yeah, that's 40. That's 4.2 thousand for everyone if we split it 3 ways. Good lord.
Yeah, that's 4,200 gold each, bro.
What the fuck?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yep.
We could actually go legitimately buy a potion of speed and not have to steal it this time. Or heroism.
But stealing is
or
fun.
info. It is fun. Doesn't mean I condone it. In or out of character. Because the one time it goes wrong is the only time it needs to go wrong for you to die from it.
I'll have you know that I am fully capable of handling myself.
All I hear is yapping and coping.
That's all I'm good at.
I was about to deadass ask you, Ems, before you gave us like 4,000 gold if I could get a Warhammer upgrade. Lamau?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, do we get this money before we head out?
I think that's the case.
Extra gold my ass!
I was like, do we get this money before we head out or no?
Yeah.
You get this when you talk to Justice at the just outside the keep. So yeah, you've got this as you're heading out the keep.
Fuck yeah.
Dear Lord,
Man.
this is...
Dear Lord.
Well, back to 5e tools. Looking at rare items now for VV.
Oh, I can get a magic item now. Pog.
You could have gotten like
I could
4 with the 2000,
I was like,
Well,
I
I
could
wanted
steal.
full
I can
plate.
steal
which is
some if you
completely
need some.
fair.
I can go
I
back and try
am-
to steal some more.
Yes.
Would the magic lady have an amulet of the devout?
She would, yes.
Can I get a rare?
I mean,
Have the money for it, yes.
you're like 300 short, I think. You're like yeah, you're like 300 short. Because you have 500 left over, and I don't know if you had any left over. If you had any like
I had
before we got
375. I had
before the
375 on me.
2000.
Yeah.
Okay, no, you could buy a single rare. You could buy a single rarity item if you so desired. From
I could get. Yeah. I could get a Warhammer and an uncommon, or I could get a rare.
I mean, +1 weapons are an uncommon, which means they're 500 just base.
I could get.
If we're going,
I could get.
you could get a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. I could get a +1 hammer and a uncommon amulet of the devout. Yeah?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, you probably could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. What magic weapons go to the blacksmith or the fermenter's brew?
That's a good question.
You would go to the blacksmith, and then he would coordinate with someone to enchant the weapon.
Oh. I
Makes
probably
sense.
want to get it. I probably wouldn't have time to get it enchanted.
You
mean,
can
you
check. He
Now.
might already have enchanted weaponry.
True.
Well, I mean, I do.
You could also potentially
my
look for a
plate.
better shield? Question mark? I don't know if you use a shield. I don't think you
I
use
do use a shield, but I usually two-hand my weapon, so.
That's fair.
But I've been one-handing it lately because Lamau, squishy wizard.
Because Lamau bugbears are terrifying.
Oh,
Look,
Lamau,
dude!
bugbear crits are dumb.
Bugbear crits, bro!
Fucking monkus.
Anyway,
Monka ass, dude.
Monkus. Okay.
Anyways, I'm gonna be one-handing my Warhammer lately now. Because, bro.
I mean,
Anyways.
yeah, we have been given a lot of freedom to potentially get things.
I don't have extra attack for it. I'm a cleric, not a fighter.
This is yeah.
But there is a fighter.
Yeah, but they're a dex fighter, not a monk. Cause
Indeed.
Wow.
actually,
He
let
does.
me-
He
let
does
me-
get. No, he's a multi-class Lamau.
yeah, she doesn't
Never
have doesn't have extra attack right now.
He
Yeah.
doesn't know.
There's a
Yet.
requirement.
I'm working on it.
I don't.
You're
I don't-
working on it?
I don't think the magic item shop had that in stock. The Gauntlets of Flaming Fury.
You do not believe so.
But yeah, I can get 2 uncommons. That'll be Pog.
You can get a lot of uncommons.
You can get more than 2, I believe. Hold on, let me double check the list. Yeah, you can get like.
You can get at least. You can get at least 5.
Yeah, you can get like 5
One
uncommons if you wanted to.
100,000. 100,000. 0.5, 3, 3.5. You know, you can get like 10 uncommons. Because if you can buy a rare, that means you can buy 10 uncommons if you so desire. Which is fucking funny.
It would be funny.
Depends on the type of rare that you're looking for as well, because it can be upwards of up to 5,000.
Well, rare is
already.
5,000. Very rare is yeah, no, we're not gonna.
The thing on the Dungeon Master's Guide is rare 501 to 5,000 GP. But then again,
I just know them as set like numbers.
Yeah.
Common 50, uncommon 500, rare 5,000, very rare 50,000, legendary
up.
Yeah, artifact. I don't think that is a goal that a player / party could ever reasonably achieve in any form of
That's loot. Artifacts are loot.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So
artifacts are not really something you buy.
Well, depends.
It's
Depends,
it's semantics either way at this point.
True.
Yeah. Anyways, we take the gold and then maybe else will go to the Iron Gauntlet.
All right, so you go to the Iron Gauntlet, and he will see you enter, and you go, so you got my message. I have for you here, and he brings out a little stand. Your full plate armor, and it is a shining new full plate armor on a little armor stand.
Nice. As he's messing with the armor and putting it on, before he puts it on, he's gonna ask if he had any, if the blacksmith has any enchanted weapons. Yes, he pulls out his warhammer actually, and he's like, "Do you perchance have any way to do you have any enchanted weapons, perhaps?"
And he'll bend down and look at your warhammer. I don't have any in stock right now. The king has bought out the last of them for his commanders.
Fair enough.
But I can get into contact with my enchanter, and she can handle turning this one into a magic weapon if you so desire.
Do we have enough time for that, Mr. DM? I don't think we do.
That is up to you.
It could be something.
It's like we so technically this is how it could go. We technically have as much time to prepare as we want, but the longer that we spend preparing, the more of a chance that we have of potentially just missing out on what we're looking for altogether. At least that's what makes sense in my head.
Time doesn't stop when we're doing, so it would be better for us to do. This would be something I personally think we can do once we get back into town.
Yeah, because
let's do the thing for the king, make our way back to town, and then you can do this.
Yeah. So
okay, I'm just mentioning.
Yeah, I mean you can get it set up, but I don't think we're gonna have it for when we actually go out to do it.
Yeah.
Said scouting.
Yeah, he can probably mention that he'll probably he needs his warhammer, so he'll probably mention to the blacksmith that when he comes back, he'll probably get it sorted out. But he does thank him for the armor, though, as he's putting it on.
That takes 10 minutes.
It is always a pleasure, and he will help you put your armor on, because it is not a simple process.
Also, I put in the gold I have, and I'm over carry capacity.
Uh,
now.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
I
gold.
know.
Also,
I
Army
just
has a
wanted
bag
to
of
keep.
holding now.
Yeah.
This is correct. And thankfully, we do not have it combined over 25,000 gold. Otherwise, that would be too much for the bag of holding.
You have like 12,000. Yeah.
A little more than that. It's like we got 6,000 we got 6,000 total for the 2K for each, and then we got the 12,000. So we have before we spent stuff, we had like 18,000 in total.
Yeah.
Not counting anything that y'all had before, because I don't know that.
Mhm.
E. Assume we are making our way downtown, walking fast faces past the homebound.
Well, I suppose
Yeah,
Ami's
maybe
gonna,
it's leaves.
and I suppose Ami's gonna take 2 hours to attempt to copy the invisibility spell into her spell book, and as a result, I'm gonna make the an Arcana check with the DC of 12, and I swear to God, all I have to roll is a 5. Don't fuck me over, please. Okay, thank God. Alright, I now have invisibility in my spell book. Let's go.
All right then.
Hell yeah.
And
Hell
the
yeah.
and the scroll of the spell scroll of 2nd level is destroyed.
Yep.
Yep.
As per the rules.
You know the rules.
As you inscribe the magic onto your spell book, the incantation on the scroll fades off as it is transplanted into your book itself.
Nodders.
Because scribes, wizard.
Rue H.
Yeah, I don't know.
And she would be doing it with the tiny quill because it's just useful.
Yeah.
Wizardly quill.
Now you can hear Rivia's clanking from 2 miles away. He's very loud now.
Oh, never mind. That doesn't take 2 hours. That takes 4 minutes.
Ah, so that's nothing. You can do that while Rivius is getting fitted with his armor.
Yes, I forgot. Wizardly quill. The time you must take to copy a spell into your spellbook equals 2 minutes per spell level if you use the quill for the transcription. Dear fucking God.
First says the screen's white for some reason.
No, it's fixed.
Yeah, it's fixed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fixed.
fixed.
I'm
If
I'm
it's
wa-
still white for third, you might need to refresh.
Yeah, it's fixed.
Yeah, it's fixed. I'm
As
keeping an eye on stream.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let me just see what might have caused it.
But yeah.
All right. So, as you gear up, Rivias, in your new armor, and you go clanking down the street.
He's very loud.
I mean, you're not that much louder than when you were wearing chain.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I will never get rid of the disadvantage of stealth checks. It'll be
It's
terrible.
well, I mean,
You're
it's
a
fine doing
Twilight Cleric. I don't think they're intended to.
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Is that a fucking bet?
I mean, when we hit level 6, when I hit level 6 cleric, I can fly, Lamau.
Yeah.
So you head down the main road, and you exit through the gates of Elerian once more. Seeing you off is once again Justice, who seems to just never stop moving between the keep and the gatehouse. He seems to be in a constant state of needing to be everywhere but only being a single being.
Justice, the local mom fan of the guard.
And To aid in your journey, he also allows you to take the horses once more,
Nice.
if you so desire.
Yeah, I'm taking that. I'm taking that fancy ass horse.
Yeah,
You want to take
That's
the fancy horse?
Yeah, the horse I fucking totally took from that one dude.
Okay,
The one that
well,
you murdered?
Yeah,
Jesus.
because his shit is mine.
Fair,
True.
but also fucked up.
Look, he doesn't need it anymore.
This is true.
That's fucked up.
This is true.
Look, listen,
I'm looking. I'm listening.
I was clearly the man did not think about his future and didn't plan out well. So we're going by the rules of finders keepers.
I mean, the will probably would have burnt by now.
Yeah, exactly.
so because you're taking the fancy horse that you stole from the camp, you have a riding horse as opposed to the draft horses that you had before.
Ah,
Nice.
that riding horse, that shit is mine. Anyway,
But Justice doesn't fight you on it. You're the one who brought the horse in, after all.
I don't have any potions.
And he just tells you, please bring it back in one piece.
Wouldn't the horse not like her very much because, well, new human?
That's a good point. Caroline, could
LOL.
you give me a nature roll quickly, please?
LOL.
I was about to, do I need to assert dominance on this fucking
Oh
horse?
god.
Yes.
You probably have.
Fucking.
Fucking Christ.
And the horse bucks and rears when you try and climb onto it, but you just don't give it a moment's pause, and eventually it just gives up and just.
That's what I thought. She kind of murmurs herself. She's like, "That's what I thought."
No.
And the horse is now reluctantly listening to you. It may still give you the occasional issue, but you can deal with it.
For now.
It will not follow you into combat, though. It will buck you off and run.
That's
I
right.
don't plan for it to be in
that-
combat.
From how it's behaving.
Yeah,
Let's go. I got 20 AC, baby.
yeah. I don't plan to bring. I don't plan to bring it into combat because if it's in combat, then shit has gone wrong.
This man understands.
Do
If something happens, then something has things have probably gone to hell. He gets it.
I can make. I can make my Should I take Shield of Fate over Bless?
I mean,
can have
both
are good.
22 AC.
Both are good.
I can only
And-
prepare 5 spells though, Sag.
What do you mean?
Anyway,
Oh, right. Right. I mean,
Wait!
your 4 cleric. What's your wisdom mod?
2. I can
You sh-
prepare one more spell, right?
Yeah. It's level. It's cleric level plus wisdom mod, so you can prepare 6.
Okay. Be back.
Okay.
anyway,
Does anyone have any potions?
I still have some. I still have my potions of healing.
Are they just normals or are any of them graders?
Yeah, just normals.
Okay. How many?
2.
Okay.
Pog.
Okay. Not the best, not the worst. Should be okay for quote unquote scouting. Assuming nothing goes horribly wrong.
You kidding? It's our. This campaign has always gone wrong. What are you on about?
I've only been
so-
here for 2 sessions. Shush.
Yes, Alex, it has gone wrong multiple times. It's.
I mean, you've been here for in the one in the one session that you've been in here before this one, everything did go wrong when you got downed.
Well, that was mostly because I made a bad gamble, and I paid for it, when there was something much smarter I could have done. I wouldn't necessarily count that as going horribly wrong.
Give it time.
I was ready to potentially get hit by the A-up. I just wasn't prepared to get crit by it. That's all. There's a difference. Smile.
You gambit, and the gamba went, fuck you.
Yes. Yes,
Then.
exactly. I took the chance, I rolled the dice, and the dice said, fuck you. You're getting crit by a bugbear today.
Exactly. Anyway.
So you all make your way out of the city on your horses.
Otters.
You start making your way towards the bridge crossing, and then eventually towards the Dread Keeps.
How long does that take?
It is with your horses, it is a 2-day journey.
Alright, then one of the
Fuck
rest.
yeah.
One of the rest I would have used to unprepare, hold person, and prepare. Actually no, that's a bad idea. I'm keeping hold person. I'll unprep mind whip and I'll prepare invisibility instead.
There you
It's like, we're fighting a lot of humans. I'm preparing hold person. Sounds like a very, very bad idea.
Let's fucking go, though.
Ooh.
Alright, so as you make your way towards the Dread Keeps, that is unfortunately where I'm going to have to call this session. I know it's a shorter one, but I need to properly prepare for the next area.
Pug.
It's fine.
And I hope you all enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I am sorry there was no music.
I mean, that's not your fault. That's
Bots die.
That's Bot's fault, not yours.
Hopefully it will be fixed for next session, and it is not dead forever, because then we have to find a different music bot.
The concept of music is gone. There's always Fredboat, even if it's a little scuffed.
Yeah.
Fredboat is done.
But yeah, no, I can see what you mean by we may potentially end up stronger than a party of 6.
But also, with more strength comes tougher fights.
Well, double-edged sword, because there's only so much more you can do with fights, because we have very limited action economy.
Yes.
It's fine. We will be fine.
And our fighter doesn't have extra attack, because they chose to multi-class rogue.
I will get it. Calm down.
I know. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna poke fun at it.
Alex has a thing against multi-classing.
I just never think it's worth it. But this is also coming from someone who is very focused on build first, and while you can do some fun flavor things with multi-classing, it's not too often where it's actually better off to multi-class.
I am a person of thematics rather than mechanics.
Which is fair.
Could I munchkin? I was like, yeah, if I really wanted to munchkin the shit out of Caroline, I would, but
sorry, my mom had a tirade.
I'm building.
Came home.
I'm building her to be thematic for a very specific theme.
Looks at subclass, looks at potential subclass of rogue. Gee, I wonder what.
Didn't you know I'm clearly building a perfectly innocent being? Anyway.
No, what?
Looks at Psy Warrior, looks at Soul Knife. Gee, I wonder what you're doing.
Exactly. Clearly
I
undoingly.
can't wait
I'm-
for Can to finally spec into Soul Knife, and then for this campaign to just fucking die because apparently Soul Knives are cursed.
Huh.
Sad.
Hmm.
Sad.
well, let's
Fetch.
see.
I mean,
Give
it's
it-
already cursed. Fate took a month to start again.
But it's continuing.
This is true.
Like
mean,
I
it's
said,
on-
I will not allow this game to die.
The only campaign with a soul knife in it that's currently running right now. Pain.
And they're not even a Soul
I-
Knife yet, because they're not level 3 rogue.
Yeah, they're not even a soul knife yet.
Yeah,
and
they're
when
not
we-
even a Soul
when-
Knife yet.
This sounds like you guys are just talking shit.
Well, I mean,
No, I'm
someone...
not talking shit.
I'm not talking shit, I'm just poking fun again.
No, I know.
I was
know,
going to play a soul knife, and then my DM got into college, and then his PC exploded. So
Well,
that's
so let's see. Well, if the soul knife is the cursed point, then we have 4 more level ups before it gets cursed.
God
Just based off my roadmap.
damn.
So what you're saying is I just need to never level you guys up again and we'll be fine.
Don't.
If you never,
I mean,
if you never level us up again, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm gonna be angry. I want my invocations, bro.
I know you do.
I dead ass, but I would fucking leave every server we're in together.
I mean,
Never see my ass again.
I just never really think multi-class is worth it for like a campaign. If it's a one-shot, go ahead, multi-class all you want, because that's a one-shot, not a campaign.
We'll see.
I mean, yeah, we'll
One
see,
time.
because when homebrew gets involved, multi-classing can actually get very funny. I'm speaking to someone who in the game that I played earlier today, a player is 5 ranger, 2 druid, 5 swarmkeeper ranger, 2 stars druid, and they have something called a wamic, which you can cast spells through. So they have spirit guardians.
Oh.
And they're a stars druid. Starry form dragon.
Oh no.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty funny.
Before I was called away, I was wondering if I could pick up my amulet of the devout before we ride off into the sunset.
You can do that, yes.
Pog. Champ.
Yeah,
Make a quick stop at the fermenters brew.
Nodders.
Nodders.
Yeah, and we could potentially see about getting other things, and when we're not potentially on a hardcore time crunch for VV.
I have to add it myself, Sag.
No. Well, yeah, the item itself, yeah, but you can add the mod in the core. If you go to your sheet and you go to character sheet and you hit the gear thing, like core, it has core bio spells and then the gear. You can global magic attack mod, just set that to 1, and spell DC mod, spell save DC mod, you just set that to 1, and it'll be +1. It'll.
Hold on. So global save and global attack.
Save spell save DC mod, put that to 1. Global magic attack modifier 1 is what you put.
Oh, spell AC mod +1 and then spell global magic. Okay, I found it.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the DCs of your spells on the attacks and spellcasting should be adjusted accordingly.
I only have 2 spell save.
It's fine,
Yeah.
smile.
I mean, I literally just use Moonbeam. Okay.
True. And this makes it better. It makes it not have a, what, DC 12? It makes it have a DC 13, I think. I don't remember what the DC was.
But yeah, thank you all for joining me, and I hope that we can do a full-length session next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also still have to pick a background from the normal 5e ones, so LOL.
Sorry, I just ran off into the distance. My mom came home. Like,
You're fine.
eh.
You're okay.
I'm good.
We were wrapping up.
Yep. And yeah, no, I'm having fun with it.
I hope you guys enjoy fighting a dragon and some wormlings. I'm going with murder for it, actually. Rocks, the wall breaks, he fucking dies.
I mean, I can probably do it. Looks at existence. I could probably do it. Probably.
Probably.
Just crit
Yeah,
all
like
3 raised forehead.
Forehead.
Yeah, just crit all 3.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Good
cheat
luck
today.
trying. Good luck trying, bud.
We don't even know where each other are.
True. So have fun trying to meta, bitch.
We don't even
Yeah,
know each other exist in.
Currently, as far as it goes, this is probably the closest your 2 parties will ever be.
Heck
Man.
W.
Kick W. I have to type out the fucking amulet of the devout smile.
Yeah, I typed out. Grammar.
I said closest they'll ever be for it. They're still a very long distance from each other.
LOL.
LOL.
Oh yeah, next. Oh yeah.
It would be intra party because inner party is inside the party.
Oh yeah, that's right. Next level I get Manifest Mind. Right.
Oh, I have to attune to this thing. I probably can do that.
Yeah, you can.
Wow,
You can.
right.
You can.
You
Yeah.
can easily do that while on the road.
Yep.
This is a short rest, isn't it?
Yeah. Short rests can
Yeah.
be used to attune. Also, speaking of that, what's the whole deal on attunement?
As it currently stands, normal. You have 3 attunement slots.
Alrighty.
Cool. Pog.
Also, God, some of the fucking higher rarity wizard items are fucking sick.
Yeah.
Robe of Stars is, that is tasty.
I can't. Yeah, I know. Right? I was looking at it because DG's a wizard somehow.
Oh.
I can't believe EMS allowed me to have free Twilight Sanctuary once a day. Kick W.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
right.
LOL.
Right. That's a thing it does. Right.
You mean that thing you haven't used yet because you keep forgetting it exists?
You haven't
Ouch.
put us in combat yet. Again.
Ouch.
I can't
You've
believe
forgotten
I'm
it twice.
What a fucked up day for Taylor.
What the fuck? I got bullied last session, and now I can't fucking combat again when I actually know?
Also
Fetch?
Rowlody. Also, Robe of the Arch Magi is fucking neat. Although it's a legendary item, so fucking LOL ever seeing that anytime soon.
Lamau.
One day, perhaps. One day.
Maybe.
The campaign is going to level 20, so you'll probably be seeing legendary items at some point around there.
Brew. Base or homebrew.
Nodders.
The Robe of Stars is just a very rare. So, you know, still 50,000 gold, but, you know, a little more slightly more reasonable than the 500,000 of legendary.
How much is that thing? Was the amulet is about 500? Yeah.
Yeah, +1 is 500 because it's uncommon.
Cool. I just want to keep track of my gold. I know it's in the bag of holding because that's a lot of gold. Can't be carrying that around.
Then if you're all gonna just fucking use me as a bank, I would request that you send me your gold total so I can tally.
I mean, I can. Bleh.
Speaking, mod
Bleh.
check.
Speaking, mod check. Brain said.
Also, the Ring of Shooting Stars. That thing's fucking tasty.
Talking.
Talking?
Is
What's that,
bad.
dude? Failed to
What
speak.
the fuck is that? I failed to speak, Lamau.
What a fucked up day.
Failed
What a
speech check. We
What the
really
fuck?
are playing Skyrim now. Speech, the most useless skill in all of Skyrim. Probably the only RPG that doesn't make good use of things like persuasion.
I mean, I could carry it, but also carry weight, Lamau.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember to roll your breathing check. Nah, it's fine. We aren't playing with Ava.
Bro.
God.
We don't need to make sure she's breathing.
I put it in OOC. I did the math right, probably, maybe. I don't fucking know. Math hard.
Right.
And Caroline will probably be keeping her own gold because
Probably.
she likes to do that.
Yeah.
Can you even carry? That's a lot of gold, though. It's like 4,000 gold.
A little more, because maybe a bit left over from buying the house.
It is. I'll tell you the exact amount. I gotta pull up my. I was like, I mean, I'm leaving a little bit of my equipment behind at the place anyway if I need to have room for the gold to carry. I only have 4,440.
4,440.
Yep, 444.
Okay, party total is 14,560 gold.
That's a lot of gold.
Correct.
Gold.
I mean, I spent a good chunk. I spent a good, literally what I got from the last job and the job before that to get a freaking house.
A house that you now have money to renovate.
Exactly. Well, I'm still renting from it, so I'm gonna have to like eventually try to buy it out so I fucking own it, not him.
Yeah, not have to deal with rent.
Yeah. Yeah, it's starting to feel like real life.
Yeah.
I hate it. So
Yeah, we could buy two rare items if we wanted to. Well, not this very second, but you know.
I could steal the house.
Dear God.
Don't steal the house!
I could, but I'm not going to. Not right now, anyway.
How would like you
Steal
can
the-
steal the deed, but I think it's going to be pretty obvious who has the deed.
Not if I put it under someone else's name.
What else name do you have?
I could make one up. Or just put it under Revius's name and never tell him.
I fucking hate what?
That would actually be fucked up. Good lord.
Fucking justice comes for Rivias.
You violated the law. I didn't do anything.
God.
See,
Man.
the important bit is not getting caught. That's the thing.
No, I am very aware.
I just imagine it's the Patrick meme where it's like, this entire time, it turns out the person we were looking for was me. Fucking, I am waiting for this all to go horribly wrong.
Yeah?
So am I.
Yeah?
I'm sure you could fit a house in a bag holder if you tried hard enough.
You can't put a house... What?
I know a good way to do it. Granted, I know a good way to put a house in a bag of holding, but it's guaranteed it won't come back out.
True.
Just take a bag of holding and put a portable hole in it. You're guaranteed to take a house, but you're not getting it back.
Another
feel
thing.
like putting...
What's the status of different planes in Elerian? Plane of fire, plane of water, stuff like that. Feywild, Shadowfell, etc., etc.
So in Elerian, pretty much every plane coincides at the tear. So technically, if you go through the tear, you can go to pretty much any plane. But that involves going to the tear, which is highly guarded by the Imperium, as it's in their territory.
Is the tear in the Bright Forest?
No, the tear is not in the Bright Forest. The tear is near the capital of Eternia.
Hmm.
The tear... You'd have to look at Alex's stream since none of you are here, but the tear is about there.
Hold on, I have to open Alex's stream. Blech.
I think I have to. Oh, actually, right.
Where is the tear?
There.
You need a screenshot. I need a screenshot of with my mouse over it. Except it didn't capture the mouse, but the origin of the ping is where it is.
Oh.
For it is asking
I
if
see.
you even if Boeing 747, can I go to the Boeing 747 and don't ignore it? For good lord, you're gonna get your fucking gauntlets nerfed into D4s at this rate.
You know what would be hilarious? If her and Ken were both in a fucking game together. It'll be hilarious.
Sounds like
memes.
sounds like unnecessary amounts of chaos.
What do you mean?
That's when I just do a pure chaos campaign. No good, neutral, or evil alignment, just chaos.
I can vouch for Rez if you want pure chaos. If you want a pure chaos campaign, I can vouch for Rez.
Leo, Fred, Can. Chaos.
Yeah,
Chaos.
I'd definitely throw in Leo too.
I'd use it.
That would be a good game to get Pierre into as well.
Oh, he would probably have a grand old time.
Well, if I ever run a Chaos game, I know who we're inviting now, I guess.
Gonna turn them into gloves of slightly hot angry.
Fucking goddamn.
Yeah, no.
It's fucking beautiful.
Yeah. It's like...
It'll be fine.
So then, how do spells like how do spells like gate and plane shift work? Do they still function as normal?
They still function as normal. It's just that it's a lot harder to get stuck. It's still possible because you can get stuck in anywhere in a plane, but if you get stuck in a plane, you can attempt to find the tear to escape again.
Alright, so it's less of you get teleported there to an NPC wizard, teleported to a different plane by an NPC wizard that then fucks off, then there's less chance of actually just being permanently fucking stuck there if you don't have a wizard of your own.
Yes. It does mean that you have to survive there long enough to find the tear.
The difficulty of that varies on which plane you're getting teleported into.
Yes, very much so.
So, hope you don't get teleported into the elemental planes that aren't the elemental, that isn't the fucking, plane of air, I guess. Because, I mean, honestly, I have so little experience with the normal fucking planes of 5e.
Yeah, no, basically, even if the plane of air, you're still kind of fucked.
Why's that?
There's because it's literally nothing but air. There's
no ground.
Fair.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're probably more fucked than
no.
there than you're in, like, I don't know, the plane of Earth or something.
Point of Earth, you would instantly die because there's really nothing there. Because plane of Earth is just
don't fucking use plane shift.
Just don't go to any of the elemental planes, okay?
Yeah, just don't use plane shift to anywhere that isn't the Shadowfell or the Feywild. Jesus Christ.
Because basically, so plane of air, you would basically be falling infinitely unless you have some ability to fly. Plane of Earth, if you are lucky to spawn in the 0.001% chance that there's a cave, you would basically spawn into Earth and basically glitch out like a Bethesda model. Spawn in the plane of water. Spawn in the plane of water. If the water pressure doesn't crush you immediately, the lack of air will. In the plane of fire, you would just spontaneously combust.
You have a lot of experience with
basically,
this. You need help.
Don't go to the elemental planes. You'll be fine.
Well, there's still the places within the elemental planes, like the city of Brass, apparently in the elemental plane of fire.
Yeah, but those are also inhabited by creatures that live in the plane of fire and don't spontaneously combust in the plane of fire.
You know what? That is a valid point. Chug a potion of fire resist.
That doesn't even help you.
Correct. It's only fire.
The plane of fire. Yeah, you basically. It's basically you have to be immune to fire, otherwise you're fucked.
You have to be immune to fire. You have to have you have to have a dig speed. You have to be able to not breathe and swim in water.
Basically, the plane of elemental fire is so fucking hot that even magical items could be destroyed in it the moment you enter it. Like, ouch. It's so fucking hot. Basically I'm not sure if it's a ruling anymore in 5e, but there was a ruling that if you got into the plane of fire, everything, including magical items, had to make a DC save, and if they failed, they just instantly broke. Yeah, instantly broke, dude. No repairing. That includes even that includes even legendary items and artifacts.
What? So, Jesus, fuck, dude.
Yeah, so you could theoretically take something like the Hand of Vecna, go into the plane of fire, and if it fails, it would just be destroyed.
Because it's so fucked, dude.
Because it's so fucking hot.
That is fucked, dude. It's awful. Isn't the
Yeah,
point of
that's why-
artifacts they literally can't be broken?
They can, in the planes they can, and it's fucking horrifying. That's why no one ever goes to them.
Yeah, today I learned. Good lord.
Jesus.
Fucking hell, dude.
It's artifacts have a really high DC to the point you would never see them break, but there's still that like 0.1% of them breaking.
Okay. It's less that it's any potentially common. It's the fact that it can happen at all, which is the scary.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, no, it can happen. Like it's not a guarantee, but it could happen. So yeah, like if you took like a rope of protection +2 plate and then like something that's considered +3 in that, it's guaranteed the +3 is going to last compared to the common item.
Yeah, common item might as well just fucking burn on entry.
Oh yeah, no. 9 times out of 10, if it's a common item, it's guaranteed destroyed. Like it's basically guaranteed destroyed.
Yeah, no, fucking today I learned. Good lord, dude. That is fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's why you don't visit the plains unless you are really, really prepared, because you will get cucked. It's mostly the plane of fire that's the most inhospitable. If the other one's like the plane of water, if you can breathe water, you'll be fine. Plane of earth, you just tremor sense and the ability to dig in the ground, as well as breathe underground, then you're fine. Elemental plane of air, just have a fly speed and you're fine.
Just be able to fly and you're live.
Yeah, and out of all of those, water and air are probably the easiest because you can literally get boots that give you permanent flight.
Yeah.
And
near permanent flight, I think. I don't think it's actual permanent.
The only problem with the elemental plane of air is air elementals are effectively invisible. Like
I don't like that.
Like yeah, no, like effective, like you know how like in the normal plane, like you could see them if you try hard enough. No, in the elemental plane of air, they basically don't have a form at all. So if
you would need
you're on
to see them
effectively.
Oh, are you talking about the boots of levitation, Emps?
Possible. I think so. Yeah.
It's be able to cast levitation at will.
Yeah.
Though the interesting thing about that is I think the elemental plane of air is the only one where that actually happens. Like even in the plane of elemental water, they have a physical form. Granted, it's a lot more
fucked, yo.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, but also Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, there's a reason why you don't see too many planeswalkers, let alone people wanting to be like, hey, you know what? Let's go here, because it doesn't end well.
Hey, let's go to the elemental plane of fire for our vacation, love.
Well, not only
alive instantly.
Well, not only that, all the planes for the most part are controlled. I think, with the exception of the water plane, they're all controlled by certain genies, and depending on which plane you're in, depends on the laws of the land.
Nice tan. Goddamn.
Like if I remember correctly, it was either air or water, one of the two, but they're actually like controlled by a god. I just don't remember which god.
I mean, yeah, that would make sense.
I think it's the plane of air that's controlled by a god, not a. Yeah, it was the plane of air. I think he was controlled by quintessentially like the granddaddy of all air genies.
Sounds about right.
If I remember correctly, I would have to look it up again.
So basically, if you want to fuck up somebody's entire existence, just send them to any of the planes of the elemental planes.
Just plane shift.
Oh yeah,
just plane shift them.
Just plane shift them. Like if you want it guaranteed, just plane shift them the domain of fire. Because if they don't spontaneously combust and somehow survive, they could either get mauled by salamanders or
okay. You can plane shift an unwilling creature, but you have to make a melee spell attack against it, and they have to fail a charisma saving throw.
I still like the one thing from the Fiend Warlock where you just Falcon punch someone into the 9 hells.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I love that.
Well, fucking back to looking at Warlock, looking at Fiend.
Yeah, it's the
Fuck,
I think it's
Hurl through hell.
it's their lat.
Starting
Yeah.
14th level, when you hit a creature with an attack, you can use this feature to instantly transport the target through the lower planes. The creature disappears and hurtles through a nightmare landscape. At the end of your next turn, the target returns to the space it previously occupied or the nearest unoccupied space. If the target is not a fiend, it takes 10d10 psychic damage as it reels from its horrific experience. Once you use this feature, you cannot use it again until you finish a long rest. Fucking amazing.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah,
level
you can
14 and you're Warlock, so it makes sense that you have something kind of good-ish.
Yeah, you can give your enemies PTSD if they don't survive from the sidekick trauma.
Jesus, fuck.
It's way funnier to imagining just a Warlock just fucking punching someone through the 9 hells, though. It's way funnier to imagine that.
There's a reason why.
Maybe not even just punching them, literally just grabbing them and going, "Let me show you what hell's really like," and then just teleport.
You're a Warlock, so any form of reasonable play would have you back just yeeting Eldritch Blast because that's, well, you're a Warlock.
There's a reason I am fond of Warlocks, just because of some of the memes you can pull
I
with
play
them.
a Warlock in the game that I played before this one, Celestial Luck, and he is great fun.
Yeah.
Memes.
I'm
Half because it's fucking hilarious to be able to just have upcast cure wounds on short rest, and B, because the DM lets the sites do more than normal. I have gotten a lot of use out of Eyes of the Runekeeper.
I'm doing the last Warlock I played was a Rhina the Frost Maiden one. I'm doing a Goliath Undying Warlock and doing pure melee, and it is the funniest shit ever.
Celestial's probably probably one of the best locks if you just want to be like an all-rounder.
Yeah,
you can
it
also
depends
get Guiding Bolt, which is Guiding Bolt.
Yeah.
LOL.
Yeah,
it entirely depends on what you're wanting to do with a Warlock, because you can do some crazy shit with them, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Also, Healing Light is great. Hey Taylor, let's see how good Guiding Bolt is. Fucking ferret. Oh my god. Also Radiant Soul's great. And I wish I could I wish I could have a way to add even a 1d2 to my Eldritch Blast on Tanwin, who is the Celestial Luck.
So yeah.
I mean, I'm banning for it.
Also, Hellish Rebuke is a stupid spell.
Oh,
I love
have
Hellish
that.
Rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke has no reason to be as powerful as it is. What the
Yeah, it's
fuck,
like
dude?
2d10.
It's 2d10 at level 1. Like,
yeah, as a reaction,
what?
you can be like, you know what? Fuck you.
Just fuck you.
Don't fucking touch me ever again.
Take 6d10 plus 4 if you hit Tanwin, and you're within 60 feet of him. Just fucking burn. Good lord, it's so dumb. I love it so much. It's such an unreasonably good spell. Also, Zacharias could have possibly fucking through the 9 hells someone if Zacharias had ever hit level 14 Sag, but he was only ever. What a fucked up day.
What a fucked up day.
What a fucked up day.
What a fucked up day. Anyway.
Well, that's probably where you should wrap up your stream at this point, Alex. We've done quite the opposite
Well, I mean, that's fine. Because
we made up for the fact that the session was short by just talking shit for an hour.
when
Yeah.
when Taylor unironically bans me from everything, what a fucked up day.
I get to also just share some lovely D&D lore that I fucking know for no reason. Don't
I
mind me.
mean, that's fine. Lore's neat. Listen,
Lore
taught
about
me, don't ever fucking go to the plains. It's not worth
Yeah,
it.
no,
Just
Just
don't
don't.
no, it's not.
just don't go to anywhere that isn't the fucking Feywild or Shadowfell. It's not worth it, dude.
I wouldn't even go to either one of those.
Oh,
but you do
I know. I just fucking
It's at least you don't instantly die there.
instantly. I would say out of the two, I would rather go to the Feywild, mostly because yeah, you get to deal with little shitheads, but
you get to deal with
you
a fuck ton
also
of Fey, but also shit's pretty.
not only that, there's not a chance that you actually get stuck in a domain of dread and basically can never leave.
True.
Also,
Even
I suppose you wouldn't instantly die if you go to the plane. If you go to the plane of air, you'd just be falling forever until you crash into an air elemental and just fucking wreck shit.
That doesn't work
No,
because
you would-
there's no
no,
impact. There's no impacting.
you would go through them. You would
Yeah.
go through an
Fair.
element.
Because they're not physical. They're just elemental
Yeah,
energy.
They're literally just
Yeah.
air. They're just
Yeah.
more
Yeah,
of what you're already falling
unless
to.
unless they physically decide to take a form, you can't find one. Unless they like they would have to literally decide to choose a form. Otherwise, you would never know an elemental was there.
Also for it.
And even then, it's would be like near impossible unless again you have like true sight or something.
Oh, okay, I'm ending the stream. I'm ending the recording the stream now. We could probably go to a different channel if it wants to join us. But
Me, when I'm a shadow and I go to the plane of air and start falling, shadow fell.
what a fucked up day.
Damn it.